Darkness, the gloom, the cool air.
Really?
No, not really. Not at all.
The roots won't remain visible for long after I take the heart. Be quick.
Hell's balls. Another sorrow used as a guardian. Enjoying the target practice.
Like you need it. One down. Now the others. Not gonna stay down. That was the last of them.
That was filthy. When all this is over, I might retire.
You'd miss it. You know you would. Red, come see this. Dead animals, again. Different symbols and magic. Seems they were used as bait. Is this how we got through the Sorrow's vigilance? Off we go then. I cannot make my mark on this web.
Back down to hell! So, here we are.
I suppose now we step into the void.
Suppose we do. Dark rituals, void breach, general weirdness. Lemmy can't be far.
Ghost wards. I cannot manifest. I can't help you. Wards.
It's awfully calm. Why is it awfully calm? Demonologists really like pushing the limits of their knowledge without considering other lives.
That just makes them human. Red, I can't manifest anymore. Spectres. They haven't noticed us. Stay low.
Piss off!
Wards, you're on your own.
Careful now.
An Ariadne's thread leading through the void. Very useful indeed.
Very useful right until it falls apart. Then you're stuffed like force meat in a turkey.
Creepy hideout. The governor's spawn likes a bit of drama.
This is some dark, sideways magic.
It's forbidden. I've read it.
Sometimes I worry about you. Ugh. What is this thing?
Banisher rule number 4.
If it oozes, don't touch it. Another botched experiment?
It may be native to the void.
This one's different. Looks like it died diseased.
So, you can see me. Aren't you full of surprises, young Master Haskell?
You may talk. A Banisher ghost. Amazing. How on God's earth did you find me? Never mind that. Thank the Lord you did. Thought I was going to grow old in here.
Were you stuck in here?
In the Araloo? Originally, I was searching for the source of the poisoning. I may have overestimated my talents. Still, an amazing place to be stuck in, no? Tell me, how did you get past the Guardian beneath the mill? Did you use a decoy?
We fought it. Don't change the subject.
You fought it? Of course you did! A good thing too. I was starting to think it was wise to me tricks. Oh, but I have so many questions.
This isn't a social call, kid. And we're the ones with the questions.
Oh. Oh. Of course.
We must talk of Caleb Watson. Why in the hell would you give him a resurrection ritual?
Ruth's death hit poor Caleb hard. He was alone, and so I would often stop by his workshop. We talked. He took a keen interest in my studies and was a good listener. When he learned that she could possibly return, he had one question. How?
You saw his grief as an opportunity to test the effects of the Lesser Palingenesis.
Oh. You know the ritual too? Amazing, isn't it?
I've studied it. The actual ritual, not the mangled version you gave Caleb.
Yes, and I'm sorry. I found it in a copy of De Occulti Philosophia by Cornelius Agrippa von Nettesheim. A remarkable book.
I've met my fair share of illustrious occultists, and none owned an authentic Agrippa. Much is lost in translation or altered in the printing. I doubt your copy is an exception.
Of course! The power is in the words, and mine were wrong, so the power went awry. How very fascinating!
Are you aware of what would happen if people learnt of your studies?
Surely the acquisition of knowledge cannot be a sin.
Will you still say that when Pennington accuses you of witchcraft? You must remember Deborah.
Miss Comenius. Yes, of course, I remember.
Your father tasked us with an investigation. One way or the other, we must return with the mystery solved.
Ah. I think I understand what you're saying. I might be in a tiny little bit of, danger.
You see ghosts. You stroll the void as if it were your garden. You possess and share forbidden rituals. Who are you really?
I'm Lammy Haskell, and I am a man of many sciences. I am in fact a true pursuer.
That raises more questions than it answers.
What are the pillars of the universe? Which principles underpin existence? As occultists, do we change the world or scratch upon its surface? Each discipline I embrace peels back a new layer of reality. I'm yet at the beginning, and see where I already stand. Amazing, no?
You did not find the void breach beneath the mill by accident. You had help. Who taught you?
I did my research.
Suddenly, you're a man of few words.
I'd rather not involve those not present. Discretion, you understand.
We find you up to your neck in the blackest magic, speechifying about your transcendent journey. Your life is on the line, Lammy.
We must counter the devil with knowledge of his tricks. That, my father always said, is the purest of God's work.
I can imagine your father saying that.
When I was 10, he gave me my initiation. demonology, sir, as he would say. He saw me as his heir. Then of a sudden, the books were forbidden. So I stole them, the very same books he'd forced upon me as a boy. I understand them where he does not. I did no wrong, apart from a little theft.
You've studied demonology. Did you do it alone?
When my father forbade me to continue, I confess I disobeyed him in secret. Those big books were very boring until they were forbidden. Suddenly I could not get enough of their secret knowledge. Funny, eh? More recently, a good friend of my father showed me that I had only been scratching at the surface.
Who was your father's friend?
An itinerant Frenchman who often visited New Eden in recent years. He called himself a true pursuer. As a thinker, he was prolific and profound. My father was so proud to be included in his discourse. For him, knowledge is the ladder to greatness, and greatness is the prize. To me, knowledge is itself the prize.
From the looks of this place, you're knee-deep in research. What are you doing here exactly?
Searching for the origin of the Harrow's plague, of course. And I have a theory on the subject.
Of course you do. Go on then.
Now, at first, I believed the water poisoned, but my father sealed the well, and yet folk remained sick. They looked for witchcraft, a foolish, uneducated suspicion, yes, but with some truth concealed behind it. You see, the Araloo taints New Eden. Its influence leaches into the Harrows. The evidence is everywhere.
By the Araloo, do you mean the Void?
Neither name does it justice. This place is beyond words. The Araloo, Mr. McCraith, is made of the very fabric of our primordial myths. Isn't it amazing?
How can you be sure the Void has tainted the region?
In New Eden, the threshold between our plane and this is thin. Even I, a novice, may reach the frontier and then go beyond. I also believe it happened before. Some years ago, New Eden was hit by another epidemic.
Yes, we learned of it in Fort Jericho.
I believe that first epidemic was caused by the porosity of the frontier between New Eden and the Araloo. Although, where theirs was an affliction of burning flesh, ours is a corruption of mind and spirit. And I believe I have found its source. There is a substance, a strange ooze. You may have noticed it. This, I believe, is the true source of the Harrow's poison. It carries a particular stink, on the scent of which I experience first confusion, then a loss of control over my limbs.
What do you expect to find at the source of the ooze?
To find a cure. The ooze seeps into our world, sickening us. I may be able to stop it. Unfortunately, I cannot reach the source. The Araloo is a formidable place. Tricky. A maze constantly evolving, changing, reshaping itself. The isthmus, for example. I found an oozing crack in the ground. The terrain then remade itself, and I can get to it no longer.
Perhaps we might be able to find a way through and take a look at that source.
Would you? That would be splendid. Would you mind taking notes?
Let's go take a closer look at that ooze then.
And with that sorrow gone, I can leave. Do be careful. My home is your home. If you need anything, help yourself.
The Araloo is not your home, Lammy. But thank you.
Pardon my morbid enthusiasm, Mistress Duarte, but could I ask you a few questions?
What do you wish to know?
Do you still need to eat? Do you feel hunger? Sorry, it's just, you're the first ghost I've met, in person, as it were.
I don't eat. Not in the way you do. I feel hunger. Again. not in the way you do.
Fascinating. And can you touch things, smell them? Are colours the same as you remember them?
My senses are different. It's difficult to describe how. I can see, sometimes touch. I cannot smell. Red tells me this is a blessing.
How do you manifest in this plane? Do you feel bound, or are you here by choice?
It feels as if I were clinging to a rope, high above the abyss. Even if I wished to let go, I could not bring myself to do it.
I see. What about your Banisher skills? Can you use them? Do the accoutrements of your craft still work? As a ghost, do they not harm you?
The marks on my hands and the rings on my fingers aren't actually there. They have no more effect on me than a memory.
Can you talk to any ghost you wish?
No. I sense traces of their presence. To talk to them, I must still do the work.
And yet here I am, talking to you. How marvelous. The dead are rarely as articulate, nor are they accommodating. In fact, they're often quite rude.
We should probably get going. Some other time, then.
But we've merely scratched at the surface of the great mysteries. I mean, look around us. We stand here beyond the ultimate frontier. Sorry. I mean to say, yes, Mistress Duarte.
Antea, we should get going. So, the pious governor's unassuming son is our evil Harrow's witch.
I was as earnest as he. Ah, the rank enthusiasm of youth. It's sickening, really.
Oh, God. I need a wee bit of help here. Well, that was not pleasant. Well, not pleasant at all. Well.
A ward restrains me. Sorry, not this time. Ghost wards. I cannot manifest. Wards. I'm going to need a hand here. The ward's power is gone.
Get back up! Oozes through the breach, suppurates like a festering wound.
How delightful.
Let's see what lies on the other side. Where are we now?
Underground, looks like.
Wonderful.
The ooze affects the incarnate too. Who goes there?
Is that a ghost?
I don't know. But I don't think we're alone. What might you be then?
What was...
Innocence.
Oh, shite.
Did you just say shite? You? It's bigger than I thought it'd be.
Is that a house from the Harrows?
We may be below the well.
No wonder they all got sick.
The cries of the innocent have reached the ears of the Lord Almighty.
This house belonged to a certain Antipas and Clemency Gibbs. I feel something close. The Gibbs' land was barren. They were struggling for money.
Look up. The ooze, oozed through the very stone.
And of all of them, just this one house fell down.
Maybe it was personal.
Was the Gibbs' house targeted by the ooze?
Obviously. Look around you.
Mr. and Mrs. Gibbs, have you read my paper?
I read it, aye. And then I washed my hands and prayed for grace. You claim to prove that there is no curse. Well,
A witch would say that, wouldn't she?
Wherever people gather to live, disease takes hold, and I believe... What are you doing?
your evil lies shall be destroyed. We know who you are, and you shall be judged. Witch!
That was Deborah. She built a case for her rationality, and they tore it apart. Mrs. Gibbs, I presume. I know.
Still impressive.
You'll get it next time.
Another shadow.
What do they want? Red, something is keeping me from manifesting.
In here? Ah, shite.
Sorry, not this time. Something has me. Wards.
I see a ghost ward. What are they doing now?
I'm with you once more.
The greedy strive with purpose to bring ruin to the households of the righteous.
Something has me. Wards. Ghost wards cannot manifest. Better.
You're welcome.
Now let's inspect the body. Shall we?
Expected no less from you, missus.
Stay down.
Someone didn't want to stay dead.
Clemency Gibbs blamed the epidemic on a witch. Come from New Eden Town with the governor.
That's not what Deborah was saying.
The Gibbs were not at home to rational explanations.
The greedy shall fall, and their sons be swept, and the final judgment come.
See anything?
Either the water table is full of ooze, or there's another source.
Let's search upstream. When of corpse is this haunted? Die, you bastard!
Over there.
Elusive little buggers.
Off we go then. Don't step in that. I mean it.
Find a way around then.
Take care. The place is warded. The ward's power is gone. I know.
those echoes we're hearing, or the shadows speaking?
They always appear near the ooze.
So do the whispers.
But which came first? The whispers say the same things over and over.
What kind of entity would be so obsessed?
I don't know. I'm drawing a blank.
To deliver you from the way of evil, your captives are unleashed upon you.
That specter's seen a corpse and it wants it for its own.
Reinforcements!
Watch out! Specter possession!
Wee Island kiss for you.
Yet in your power and in your pride, you thought yourself fit to lay the blade.
This looks perfectly drinkable.
Famous last words.
Why hasn't the poison spread to the groundwater?
Perhaps it shifts and shapes, like the void. Well, at the very least, it shifts. Looks like the ooze comes from a distinct source.
Nothing to make you angry.
Something wicked is tied to this.
You are gone, I command you.
This whole country is rotten to the core.
And you're just now reaching this conclusion?
If I wanted your opinion, I'd give it to you.
Perhaps if you gave me the space to have one, then we'd both be better off. Someone came through here, someone real, not just a shadow.
The innocent, guilty, the guilty, innocent.
Whoever it was, looks like the ooze got him. What do you think, Antea?
You wanted the space to have your own opinion. I'm giving it to you.
This must be Antipas Gibbs. Hell of a fall to live through. Now join in any time, Antea.
What do you think I'm doing?
This is God's land. How could we let a witch come to our community? Instructing our children, no less.
'Tis no surprise. New Eden brims over with backsliders. The governor, chief amongst them.
Aye, many had to sicken and die for him to act. But the deed is not yet done.
We must fight the Lord's good fight and cast the devil out for good. Many want to try the witch, aye, and many want to see her dead.
They never learn, do they? Once more, with vigor.
They brought more friends.
Think you could take on a ghost?
Those things came from the ooze. They're like those oriental shapeshifters we fought in Bremen.
Or Bacche liquefy. This is something else. The ooze reacted to our presence. The Gibbs were so angry. Pure entitled bigotry.
Maybe they were affected by the ooze. I mean, we've been snapping at each other since we got here. Something's toying with us.
I think they made the ooze. I don't think the ooze made them.
Hold on a wee minute. This place deserves a proper sweep. This is it. This is the source. How do we get to it?
You have turned your back from love, looked away when most needed. Guilty.
Oh, shelter with a damp and itchy straw bed. Just how I like it.
Something tells me this is the condemned well. Do you think you could get that bucket down? The bucket is tainted.
Whatever you have sown, you shall reap. Alone, forlorn, misunderstood, so you shall remain.
A vivid memory from the dead is somewhere near. An echo from the past drifts by.
The bell still breathes through her mouth. We are cursed, and you are stalling.
Clemency, Antipas, please. The woman has been jailed. As per custom, she will face trial and justice will be brought to this community.
Coming from a magic user himself. But can you or your demonologist discernment really be trusted?
Dare you insinuate such blasphemy? I'm a man of faith.
Do what God commands of you. Governor, we ask for safety. If we do not get it, there will be consequences.
The governor used Urim and Thummim, and that made his flock suspicious.
Divination stones. He must have thrown them down the well when he sealed it. Why now?
He's afraid. The Earth took the Gibbs house. Perhaps he thought he was a target too. The Gibbs had a hand in rigging the witch trial, but he was the one who sealed it.
That echo proves that things were getting out of hand. For his son's safety and his own, Haskell must have feared the suspicious mob. This can't be good.
Who are you?
Confess! Let them speak!
If we speak, so you listen?
Impudence! Provocation! Read the charges!
Let Urim the Crate. You have blood on your hands and weakness in your heart. Guilty!
Swore to vanquish evil. You conspired with witches.
Sworn to banish all ghosts. Instead, you embrace one.
The charges: cowardice, oath-breaking, deception. The verdict: guilty. The sentence: pain hereafter.
I only seek the truth.
Bloody hell. Is that me? That's a cheap trick. What the hell just came out of that shadow?
It's working. Keep at it.
Hey, hell's ball!
I never wanted this. I hate the very thing I've become.
Banishers are guilty of poisoning the body politic. You portray yourselves as saviors sent to deliver us, but with your dark hearts the evil only worsens. Your witches and witches must fall!
And Tia died to help you, Eden. And still we fight this curse.
What more do you want from us?
The shadow's got its strength back.
Don't let the ooze get back to its shadow. You're striking, damn you.
Let me in this.
Bloody hell, that stings.
This thing is mine. I need to be the one to face it. This just won't do.
I'm not messing about, am I?
We have passed judgment. The guilty are known. Now justice is ours.
Enough. Can we please get out of here? That was awful. This trial. It was as if Deborah wanted us to face what she had faced. But all I feel is beaten.
I feel judged. Like I'll never be understood again. Justice miscarried here.
Of course. That's it. I know what that was. Such spectre of injustice has a name. The mythical infamy. I've only read about them. They're so rare, most think them a myth.
Haskell's cowardice is to blame. To save his own arse, he condemned a woman he knew to be innocent.
And so a terrible ghost was born, and sickness piled on sickness. Haskell has so much to answer for.
What is lurking here?
Time to work, Banisher.
Picking up something spectral nearby. stay down!
Incoming!
Could this be what's drawn on the map?
Sharpshooter.
Years of practice. That down there, it was... I was tense. I was impatient.
The infamy's doing, not yours.
No. Doesn't change the feelings. I never thought I could feel such anger again.
They were Deborah's feelings, not yours.
How refreshing it is to the soul to be at once. One thing above all else, my friends, is true. The wicked are at odds with themselves.
Oh, good.
The Lord's promise of salvation from hell pleases them. The Lord's salvation from misery and sin here on earth does not.
This doesn't look like salvation from misery and sin.
The wicked pray for deliverance from the fires of hell, while piling the kindling high. They proclaim their love for their Lord, yet, in His name, they serve themselves. Their self-regard crumbles in the light of their hateful iniquities.
So true.
Mr. McCraith, my friend, I'm so glad you agree. Now, the wicked man never questions...
I have your answers.
What? Yes, good. Perhaps we should discuss this privately, if you'll give me just a moment.
It's quite the story. You might not wish to hear it. Neither may the good people hear.
Please, this is not the time.
We want to hear the story. Let the Banisher speak.
Tell them, Red. Tell them good.
Aye. There's a story that starts with a question. A question for you, Governor. And maybe for all the good people of New Eden. If I give you a witch, will you do what you did to Deborah Comenius?
Comenius, say you? The school teacher walked with the devil and paid the appropriate price. That's the beginning of the history and also its end.
Is it, though? Now, I've learned much about Deborah Comenius and what happened to her, and it tells a very different tale.
And what story, pray you, does it tell?
It tells the story of a woman, a teacher, living peaceably among friends, until there came a plague. In fear, the good people went to their governor. "The devil walks among us," they said, "and you must save us, or we will find someone who will." This governor knew he could not save them, but he could give them a witch. The train band captain shackled the schoolteacher and locked her away. She would confess, or she would be judged.
Deborah Comenius was a witch, Mr. McCraith. She was the devil's tool, and worse, much worse.
The picture of yourself that you hold in your mind is that of a great occultist.
To repel the devil, the wise and fearless man must learn the Black Spy's tricks.
Have you ever wondered what lies beyond the veil, past the hem, beyond the invisible? Have you ever heard of the Araloo?
What gibberish is this?
No? Your good friend Etienne Roulet did not. It seems they knew worthy of his secrets. Never mind. Do you then consider yourself a true demonologist?
In order that a war be just, 3 things are necessary. Firstly, the authority of the sovereign. Secondly, a just cause. Thirdly, a rightful intention.
Aye, the Summa Theologiae of St. Thomas Aquinas, a classic quote from which you have conveniently omitted an important detail, to wit, "A just cause is required, namely that those who are attacked should be attacked because they deserve it on account of some fault." The trial was not fair. You had no proof, and you knew it.
Credible witnesses gave believable testimony, sir.
Witnesses like Gibbs, who pressured you into a guilty verdict to avoid being suspected of witchcraft yourself.
There was pressure, I'll not deny it. But I did what I did to protect the colony. It was a difficult time.
You're a pompous coward, fearful of anyone different, as human as that is.
There must be a man to judge, or there is no order. A man to make the judgment, and a man to enforce it. Of all people, you know this.
I live and let live. I choose only for the dead.
I choose for the living. These people are sinners, sir, and must be led back to the light. This is my mandate, my duty.
What do you really want, Governor?
I wish only to serve. I am the trusted servant of the good people of New Eden. Without me, they're lost.
Without them, you would be lost.
Yes. Maybe I do need them. Very human of me. But these people undoubtedly need me, Mr. McCraith. And there is no one else.
Admit it. You toy with magic you don't understand.
You, sir, are jealous.
I, sir, am tired. I've done my job, fulfilled my contract, I've found the source of the curse. The poison below the well is no more, no thanks to you.
Aha! Poison it was then. The weapon of the wicked, to weaken the people's will. What was it, belladonna, hemlock, foxglove?
Betrayal. Truth unspoken, secrets and lies. Wrongs, basically. Your wrongs. The wrongs you visited upon Deborah Comenius. The wrongs that led to her death.
She died at the hand of the body politic. She died at all our hands. Most of all, she died at her own.
She died because she would not submit.
'Twas not my plan to kill her, stupid, stubborn woman. Why did she not confess? I would have granted clemency. I would have shown her mercy.
You had the power to stop the madness. But instead, you chose to let it run all the way to its barbaric conclusion. You brought the curse down on New Eden. Then you called we Banishers in to fix your mistake. You boast of your knowledge of demons and spirits, but in truth, you master nothing. You're a peacock. All show and no meat. I'm not here today to bring justice. But this man, your governor, brought death to your doors. He deserves blaming. And shame on me if I don't do it.
Hell's bells!
Friends, have I ever not served the interests of our community? Have I not protected you? Have I not loved you?
Death to the dead.
This is unfair.
Is the evil gone for good?
Far from it.
Then who will protect us? I will. While Mr. McCraith fights the curse of New Eden, I will protect the people of the Harrows. Or at least, try. Now let's all return to our homes and pray for forgiveness and the strength to bear the consequences of our actions. Your fee. One of the many debts my father left me.
You'd best put your own debts first, young Master Haskell.
Don't I know it?
After all this, don't forget to rest.
So, what now?
What did Ceridian say when we first met her?
Once we'd weakened the nightmare's influence, we could use the void to enter its lair.
Deborah's grip on the settlers has diminished. We'll return to Ceridian's island. From there, the void breach will take us back to New Eden Town.
Just like that, eh?
Well, yes, just like that. Something bothering you.
But aren't we rushing things a little?
We've lost too much time already. We have a nightmare to confront, remember? Sometimes I hate the world. Another free woman, bright, sensitive, kind, murdered by a craven rabble too weak to face its own mediocrity. Cowards hiding behind fake virtue, and for what? They won't even say her name. Why? Why her?
You said it yourself. Deborah was a victim of their fear.
That's not enough. Her murder was another throw of a dice. Why is it always us who have to pay with our lives?
Other innocents have paid the same price. I should know.
That's not what I meant, but I'm glad to hear your feelings on it. When I left Cuba, anything could have befallen me. I was bright, free, talented. Though I had the wrong tongue, the wrong sex, the wrong skin. I defied life. I expected so much more from the world. I was arrogant. Arrogant to believe I needed no one. To shut out my mother and experience curandera and listen instead to my sister.
Your childhood friend. What happened?
I had little and wanted more. A dangerous thing when you have our type of talent. Anything could have befallen me, but it didn't.
But something did happen. Something happened to Deborah, and then something happened to you, and now we are both paying that price.
You still have your life.
What's it worth if it's plagued by the murder of all those I killed?
We made a choice, Rory. You made it willingly.
Aye, I did. Look, all this, it's a lot to endure. We're both exhausted. I know I am.
I cannot tire.
I know. I know how hard it's been for you.
You have no idea. None at all.
I'll do my best to understand, if you'll let me. We should have faith. Look at us. We'll get to where we're going.
Shut up, Red. Shut up. This isn't about what we have conquered or what we have achieved or how far we have journeyed. Look at us. Look at me. I loathe what I've become. Can't you see that?
I was trying to help. I'm sorry.
Stop apologizing. Good night.
Antea, I would have gone with you. Not funny. I have to walk to the stupid bloody island. Antea? Please tell me you're here.
There you are. Ready to go?
I just got here. Can we talk? Why did you leave me alone?
You are not alone. Can we go now?
How come it's not working?
Let's ask Seeker. This all has to end, and I'd rather it was sooner than later.
I am doing my best, my love.
There's a spectral web here, but it's new. It's stronger, but I think I can do it.
Oh, easy there.
This'll only take a moment. See?
Well, throwing my weapons through your will is a little unsettling. The spell isn't working. I think she's gone.
The incarnate is hidden away here. Stains bar the path.
Have I mentioned how I know I am of you?
Go on.
A little spectral spring cleaning.
The best kind?
Seeker! Why is there a letter from Deborah Comenius here?
And who's Grace? No way back to New Eden Town, and no Seeker either. Our only clue points to Kate Newsmith. Maybe she knows this Grace, and where to find her.
She draws well.
Well, can we draw this to a close? We need to talk to Kate.
How can she find anything in this mess?
We're wasting time. Let's go. Shall we dance then?
Aye. Always.
This feels good. If the spirit chases were working, we wouldn't have specters. I'd stay to figure it out, but we need to see Kate.
Is it worse to lose your faith in your fathers than it is to lose faith in yourself? Those in the Harrows who lived would be wise to look inwards, to reflect, and then to pay penance. But none carry a greater burden than young Lamentation Haskell. How will he guide the faltering faithful when he has so little faith in himself?
Red, I can't manifest anymore.
Something's here.
Hidden. I don't think so.
Doesn't this ocean air just make you want to sail the open seas?
I've always wondered where your love of boats came from.
I definitely was a pirate in a previous life.
You're done.
Did you feel that?
It's close.
Reinforcements!
Watch out! Spectre possession! You shouldn't stay in there. Careful. They mean business now. Move it! Whose clothes are these? Bodies.
Aye, we're too late.
Oh, shelter with a damp and itchy straw bed. Just how I like it.
Take care. The place is warded. Sorry, not this time. Off we go then.
What is lurking here?
Time to work, Banisher.
The axe. Served them well in the end.
Take it. Kate will want to hear all about it. They escaped.
They escaped? Ahithophel Sykes, I salute you. Someone actually made it out of here.
Warms the heart.
Does that, aye. Does that.
The veil here is as thin as in the cave where you found me. The same lonely feeling. Something's written here. I believe... Something's written here. I believe it's from Marcy. I don't know if these are comforting or terrifying.
I go with creepy.
She sounds restless.
How long has it been since you returned?
Destroy those ghost wards, if you want me back. I can't help you.
Impressive.
away with you!
Arise into thy resting place. We don't have the same definition of a resting place.
I've brought stew. 'Tis your favourite. Bread and water, too.
Oh, it smells so very good. Thank you. I'm sad to disappoint, but I am fasting.
As did our Lord Jesus Christ himself. Truly, you and he walk the same path. I'm so very proud of you.
Hugh Batchelor let his sister starve herself.
He's convinced that she was chosen by God. Does she believe it too?
Let's look for... Is it just me, or...?
I felt it too.
This is old. It must predate the Batchelors.
Early settlers? Natives? I maim the corrupted heart. You aim at its roots. There's a way through. I can take care of it.
with you.
Still impressive.
Picked and culled. Is there a cave in New Eden that doesn't have occultists in it?
They were looking for the devil. Marcy was looking for God.
And now an angel has taken up residence. Red, come. I found something.
A bloody knife in a dingy cave. Always a pleasure. That's something to tell us.
Imaradas entus.
Oh Lord, Please, help me. I'm scared. I can't do this alone. Cut it down. Cut it deeply. Well do I know it. Take my hands. Take my hands and mark them so your flock may see, so they will no longer doubt you. Do it, Marcy. Do it, my darling. Grant me the strength to do my duty. Your blood is the blood everlasting. I will speak your sainted words. They will listen and believe.
She cut herself. Where did the whispers come from?
Perhaps she was under the influence of a malignant spirit, like the Rumbles. There's a trail of blood. Let's follow it. Poor thing. How long has she been lying here, forgotten? And how has she gone unnoticed?
Perhaps the path was already blocked. I can feel her presence. You have her tie. Summon her.
Femi mi garmo.
Our Father who art in heaven, I thank you for your blessing.
Good day to you, Miss Bachelor.
My child, you may call me Marcy, for I am the angel Marcy, sent to guide and protect. Are you an angel too? I see your man with you. Were you sent to guide and protect him, to be his light in the darkness?
He should be so lucky. I'm Antea Duarte, and I'm no angel. This is Red McGrath. We're Banishers.
And what have you Banishers done? How far have you fallen? You stand swaddled in your guilt, ferocious in your blackened hearts.
Well, let's come back to that one, shall we?
You see, God speaks to me. In visions, he reveals his light. What would you ask him? What would you ask the Lord? Ask, and I will answer.
What happened to you, Marcy?
What happened? I opened my heart and let in the light. And do you know, it had always been there.
You starved yourself. You refused your brother's food. Is that what killed you?
God gave me a duty. I should sacrifice my body, as did his son, that my people may have forgiveness. I must carry the light to unbelievers, so that with it in their hearts, they may be saved by the light of the Lord.
You sound like your brother. I believe he was very encouraging about the whole starvation thing. Where was he, Marcy, when you cut yourself?
My brother Hugh is by my side, bless him, when God showed me through him how to commune with Christ himself, body and soul. Hugh gave me the courage to fulfill my destiny. Now I am here to help him fulfill his, to steady the flock, to defend the faith. My suffering lights the way to salvation.
We're gonna have to talk to Hugh about this, aren't we?
We must leave you.
God goes with you, my child, whether you know it or not. Wait. I feel something. Someone. My brother. I'm here. Hugh. My brother.
My angel. Mr. McCrae, can you see her now? Is she not magnificent? Is she not a blessing from the Lord High God himself?
What are you doing here?
I'll justify neither my comings nor my goings.
You might have to, schoolteacher. Marcy had visions. She heard voices. Did you know this?
Of course I knew. They scared her.
God sent a trial to test me, but he also sent me a guide. My brother, sir.
Did you not talk to Reverend Davenport? Or Haskell, maybe?
Why would I do such a thing when the Bible is clear? In visions, God reveals himself to the chosen few. My sister is one of them. I'd known all my life that Marcy was special. Here was the Lord's own proof.
You took advantage of Marcy's trust. You let her starve.
No, I did not trust him. I trusted God. The Lord spoke to me. He set his mark upon me. He chose me.
Stop your doubting now and gaze upon the face of an angel and glory in the work of the Lord. Behold your salvation.
Let's get this over with.
Hugh Batchelor, you're haunted by the ghost of your sister Marcy. But you, sir, are a dangerous fanatic.
A man that is a heretic after the first and second admonition reject. You've had your admonitions. I reject you.
You drove your own sister to her death. Allow me to return the favor.
I hold fast the Lord's name and deny not my faith, even when Marcy, his faithful martyr, was slain where Satan dwells. I hold fast. I hold fast! Wait, where are the gates? I hear no trumpets. I hear no trumpets.
I trust you.
With Hugh dead, Marcy can no longer feed on his essence. So why is she still here?
Maybe she's more attached to him than we thought. It's time to send our angel back to heaven.
You're done.
It's like this spectral nest is just waiting for my intervention.
Someone is vexed behind that door.
Excuse the mess. Another bottle broke. It's no big business.
Are you sure you're all right? You seem a little overwhelmed.
A bottle fell from its shelf. No big business, Mr. McWraith. Happens all the time.
Are you all right?
If you must know, sir, I have a drinking problem.
Really?
I do. My liquor disappears. My bottles fall to the floor and break, though I'm nowhere near. 'Tis a drinking problem indeed.
Objects inexplicably vanishing, moving or breaking. Either you're haunted or you're clumsier than you think.
Haunted, you say? Well, Your Majesty, why not? As the saying goes, when life gives you a torrent of shit, may as well be haunted.
You could be in danger. To be haunted is rarely good.
Well now, that is bad news. Which is good, because I don't believe in good news.
I'm offering you my help. Can you afford to refuse it?
I don't believe in helping hands either. But if you want to do whatever it is you do, please feel free to do it.
When did the bottle breaking start?
I don't know. I gave up on keeping track of time, or things. Normally, if a bottle disappears, I drank it and forgot. But I'm not wrong about this. In quiet moments, I hear the bottle glass crack. When I'm not there, the liquor moves about. Other times, they dare to fall of a sudden, out of nowhere, and break upon the floor. The shelves are straight and proper stacked. I had Ishmael check. 'Tis a mystery, right enough.
Who's Ishmael?
Ishmael Law is the finest friend I've ever known. He works for me. He lives upstairs, and he looks after me. I have my own little house across the way. Talk of an angel. Hear the flutter of his wings.
Phoebe? What's the matter? Oh, good day. What can I do?
It's just another bottle broke. I'd blame my butterfingers, but Mr. Banisher here thinks we may have a ghost.
God take my soul. I'm sorry. The spilled liquor. The stink.
Come now. Come now.
I'm Sorry.
All is well, Ishmael. Breathe. Just breathe. It's just another worry fit. You'll be fine.
While he gets back on his feet, let's look around.
Broken glass.
She said bottles in her house shifted and fell. We should check it out.
Half her operation wiped out at a stroke.
Curses are bad for business. Poor Ishmael has fits of worry.
I feel like he panicked when I mentioned the ghost.
A ghost was here, not long ago.
The governor disliked Mistress Walcott's manner. What a surprise. What kind of ghost only communicates by breaking wee bottles?
A feeble ghost, capable only of small mischief?
They've been playing for years. I'm keeping score. Either Ishmael's getting better, or maybe he's getting worse. Phoebe Walcott's done well for herself. Her own warehouse and pier at Covenant Beach. For Constance, Phoebe is a painter.
This is just an easel. No paints. Unfinished work?
How would you name a painting before starting it? I know Phoebe and Ishmael are friends, but there's a generous will.
Our shy bottle-breaking ghost also hides things. Why the will?
Everything Ishmael has, he gets from her. Perhaps the ghost believes he's taking advantage. Phoebe likes a drink. Or 5.
Maybe that vexes our mysterious ghost.
This is as sad as it is disturbing.
Despite her defiance, her past batters her. I doubt there's anything more to be found here. Let's go back to the store and ask a few more questions.
Have you found your ghost?
Tell me about yourself, that I might better understand who haunts you.
Widow and proud. Town drunk and prouder. A fine chess player, even better when tipsy. That's about it.
What can you tell me about your late husband?
The truth is as boring as a sober day, I'm afraid. A happy couple we were until we were not. Strange, is it not? How you marry a fine man and at the first small contrariety discover he's a dubious, unreliable coward.
Could he be a mysterious ghost?
Took less than a month for Solomon to abandon me. My caring husband became a brickle white-livered chicken. He trooped off a-hunting. Heard he died in New France, spitting my name. If there's more, you'll have to find it out for yourself. Your Scottishness.
Fair enough. No other family?
No. I'm the child of dead parents and the parent of a dead child. The truth, as I say, is boring.
How's Ishmael? Feeling better, is he?
He's cleaning up the broken glass. I've buggered off till he's finished, and you should too.
Would you know, by any chance, what pulls the trigger on his crises?
He deals with his pain as best he can, like all of us. You leave him alone now, yeah?
Your troublesome ghost meddles with more than your booze. It also hid your will.
I knew things were vanishing. It wasn't just the liquor.
Whose ghost do you think might hide your liquor and your will?
Sounds like my long-dead husband's particular brand of mischief.
Ghosts may linger long in the invisible before returning.
If you've liquor stocked elsewhere, I'd like to check it.
I would too, sir. But I abandoned my warehouse some time ago and have since lost the keys. Ishmael may have spares. His room is upstairs, right over our heads.
A trusted friend, is he?
Despite his efforts to keep me alive, I consider him my one and only friend.
Thank you for your time. I'll take no more of it for now.
No matter. I've all the time in the world.
Something has me. Wards.
Wet sand. Did Ishmael go to the sea recently?
There's a beach by Phoebe Walcott's warehouse.
Was Ishmael running his own business behind his drunk boss's back?
I can't help you. Games of strategy, games of chance.
So our mysterious ghost also took time to hide that key. Must be important. A widow, drunk and inconsolable. And a widower, sober and inconsolable.
Also, a shy, bottle-breaking ghost.
That's not a lot to go on. This Bible really annoyed him.
I hope he kept his opinion to himself.
Ishmael took a risk keeping this, especially around here.
Was he scared of a ghost? I'd like to ask him about that.
What exactly does this ghost want? There's no clear pattern.
Banisher rule number 1, a ghost always lingers for a reason.
Let's have a chat with Ishmael Law. Are you feeling better, Mr. Law?
Call me Ishmael, and accept my apologies for my previous behavior.
Accept my apologies for searching your room. I did have your boss's approval, but you may yet feel discomfited.
If Phoebe allowed it, I'm sure it's all right.
To be really honest with you, I need your help understanding what's going on here.
I'll do my best, sir.
Kind of easy to work for someone who drinks so much.
Phoebe Walcott deals with her pain the only way she knows.
But you dislike heavy drinkers, don't you?
My friend is wounded by the horrors of the world. She drinks so that she does not weep. But I weep enough for two.
What can you tell me about Covenant Beach?
Not much, sir.
There's a locked warehouse there. The ghost that haunts this store hid the key.
That was Mistress Walcott's storehouse, the center of her business. It's derelict now.
But you've been there of late, haven't you? I found sand from the beach in your lodgings. Why did you go to the warehouse? And why would the ghost hide the key to it?
I don't know what you are scraping for, mister, but you'll not find it on my boots.
I'll see you later, Ishmael.
Anytime, sir.
Strange case. We found nothing conclusive.
The warehouse by the beach is the only lead left. Let's go.
Ishmael's nerves and Phoebe's thirst. Reminds me of the good old days. Just lie me down in a puddle of piss and had a couple angry ghosts.
The ghost may be discreet, even sneaky, but these two are haunted.
Phoebe's husband, maybe?
Ishmael's old master was a drunk too. Alcohol has to be the key to this case. They never learn, do they?
Once you've revealed the roots, I'll destroy them. Teamwork. Reinforcements! Piss off!
Who's that? Yes. Something's here.
Think you could take on a ghost?
You're done.
If this is Phoebe Walcott's warehouse, it's bigger than I'd imagined.
She had quite the business. Little remains.
Bennett Law. Ishmael's master and the man who killed his wife.
Law docked here. Ishmael must have been devastated.
I bet it was Phoebe who put dog shite in his food. This would be a perfect smuggler's hideout.
You think it could be?
At this point in the case, anyone and anything is suspicious. Right. Let's go find some answers. I sense the fragment of a ghost's voice.
I should have killed him. Killed that dog with my bare hands. Bess, my poor love. Forgive me.
Ishmael Law drinks just as much as Miss Wilcott, except he hides it.
So by spilling the liquor and hiding the key to the warehouse...
The ghost may be trying to stop him drinking, not her.
I maim the corrupted heart. You aim at its roots.
Think you could take on a ghost? Look out!
Bastard!
I'm ready to shoot the infested roots, after you bruise the heart.
Pigment, tops. Yeah, I don't think she ever actually made paint.
Quick and precise. Well done.
Ishmael must have been absolutely hammered.
Through time and distance, I now see.
Bess, there was no God to mind you in this miserable life, and none to welcome you to the next.
What is this place? Where am I?
I'm so sorry, Bess.
Ishmael? My husband?
There is no heaven, and yet I shall go to hell.
Stop torturing yourself.
Bess? But how? Why?
What have you become, Ishmael Law? You must stop all of this. Live better.
So that's our discreet ghost. Best Law.
Bess felt his struggle and came back to him after all these years. We need Bess's tie. That way we can make her manifest. Written recognition of Ishmael's freedom after the murder of his wife, Bess. We've found our tie. We have the tie. We can make Bess manifest.
Who are you? Why am I here?
You must be wife to Ishmael Law. My name is Antea Duarte. This is Red McWraith. We are Banishers.
Will you banish the ghost of Bess Law? Will it ease her pain?
First things first. You're not after Phoebe Walcott, right? You're here for Ishmael.
I don't know why I'm here. I just want the pain to stop.
You're dead a long time, Bess. What brought you back now?
My husband. His drunkenness roused my pain and brought me back to him. I was nowhere and nothing. And then, all of a sudden, the world appeared with me in it, and I saw Ishmael, desperate on the floor.
Did his despair call you back? Is that why you stay?
Maybe. I don't know. I heard Ishmael speak, and in his words there was pain. He spoke his name, the name of my killer. They brought me back. Ishmael and his pain. That woman and her poison. They must stop.
They suffer. They didn't mean to bring you back.
Their intentions matter not. Her madness is becoming his. I am trapped in their pain. I am trapped in their pain because of her sway over my husband, and I want it all to stop.
We'll take our leave. Expect to be invited to manifest again sometime soon. Don't resist the call. Ishmael and Phoebe will be there.
Who?
Your husband and his friend. Between us, we'll put an end to all of this.
Be quick. I can barely hear my Ishmael now, above the rising, growing pain.
Well, we finally unraveled this sad case.
Aye. Sadness over pain, over outrage, over guilt. It's a sick dance, isn't it? Ishmael and Phoebe remind me of where I stood for a time.
I remember.
Run, Red!
Picking up something spectral nearby. Piss off! I was ruined. The things I'd done. Oh. The ghosts of those who died haunted me. I had to choose. Drink myself to death or get rid of my ghosts.
You chose well.
I got lucky. I found you. You saved me, Antea, from my ghosts. You saved me from myself.
That specter's seen a corpse and it wants it for its own.
Have some of that. Take him under threat. Piss off.
ashamed. Come here. Nobody cares enough for you to be ashamed. Mr. McWraith, welcome back. Ishmael's not feeling well. Best leave him be.
More trouble?
He had another episode. Same as before. He's fine now. I gave him a drink, and this time, he took it.
Ishmael has history with liquor. Should you be offering him drink?
I'm the town drunk. What else am I supposed to do? Anyway, he's got a dry stick up his arse. It'd do him good to wet it.
'Tis liquor. I suspect you may be overestimating its medicinal qualities.
By dint of extensive experience, I am better placed to estimate the power of liquor than anyone. Besides, he always turns it down. Shame, really. Nothing like a sip or two to soothe a troubled soul.
Ishmael Law is haunted by the ghost of his wife. But even without her, this whole situation is a mess.
Time we all had a wee chat.
You too, Bess. Come on. It's time to show yourself.
Phoebe Walcott, this is Bess Law. Bess, you already know Phoebe.
Bess? My love? How? I thought I was dreaming. You were really here?
I was. I am now. And not for long. Please.
Oh, you're Bess. The Bess. His Bess. Ishmael is fine, don't worry. Or, well, he will be soon.
Ishmael has been drinking as much as you do. Liquor won't solve the problem here.
Of course it won't. But we'll have some fun while we wait to not solve anything.
You make him suffer, woman. And I cannot stand the pain.
Talk not to me about pain, lady. You know nothing of my pain.
Shut your mouth, Phoebe.
You shoot yours, if you can take the bottle from it.
Stop rattling each other's cages. It's time to bring this to a close. Phoebe Walcott, you used liquor to dull the pain of a tragic past. You can't have foreseen that it would cause a haunting. But it did. And I must end it.
I swear I never wanted to hurt anybody but myself.
I know.
To hell with it all and do it. If you're not going to give me one for the road, just get it over with. Wait for me, sweetie. Mama will be there soon.
Oh no. Phoebe. My dear Phoebe. There really was no other way?
This way.
I get the feeling folk are preparing to leave. Does the day find you well, Madam Doctor?
As well as it can, Mr. McWraith. And I have a banisher to thank for it.
You're welcome. Let's not make a habit of it.
My word before God on it.
Lucy Barrow had dill in her garden. I brought you some.
Oh, and to think I once thought you useless.
You flatter me, Madam Doctor. Wait, you thought me useless?
I did. Now, I must get back to work. And so must you.
I should go.
I'll wish you luck. If you believe in it.
Oh, damn this to hell. What news from the woods? Is anyone alive?
I found them.
Truly? How many live?
2. We found the grave of a third. A lumberjack named Peter.
Peter Buckland. I knew him. A strong man. Good heart. He was ill when we left New Eden and stayed with the second group.
He died saving the other 2. Mehitabel Sykes and a fella named Etienne escaped the region and... or it seems on their way to Boston.
I am relieved. Mehitabel Sykes, you little underdog. The other fellow, I don't know.
Mehitabel kept notes of their journey. You may have them.
Thank you. A story with a happy ending at last. Perhaps the rest of us may dare hope for our own.
I'm trying to track someone down, and I was hoping you could help me.
I'm busy. Find them yourself.
I'm not asking you to do anything. I just need information. I may have some to share in return. So, I found your name in an old letter. It was addressed to someone by the name of Grace. It was written by Deborah Comenius.
You just can't leave a scab unpicked, can you? Especially if it's not your own.
Deborah wrote of a cabin in the woods. Could this Grace person have found it?
I don't know. It was all a very long time ago. I had forgotten her.
Did Grace ask you for help?
No. Grace Pennington vanished. No one ever saw her again.
Grace Pennington? As in Captain Saul Pennington?
Pennington had a daughter, and you knew her.
I knew her, but not well. Deborah had her in the school and spoke of her from time to time. Shy as a porcupine and twice as prickly, as I recall.
Deborah wrote the letter in February 1688. When did Grace disappear?
Months later, Pennington accused Deborah of being a witch. In my recollection, that moment overshadows all others.
Could Grace have survived alone out here in the woods?
Possibly. But could she remain unseen? No. All thought she'd left New Eden. Gone west, perhaps into the wilds.
Does the name Seeker mean anything to you?
It sounds less a name than a calling, but neither mean anything to me. We done?
One more question. Did the school teacher keep a cabin in the woods?
Deborah spent much time walking the woods, trying to understand New Eden, she said. Now that you mention it, I remember a snowstorm. She spent 3 days in a hut not far from here. Southeast, across the drawbridge, along the path towards the mine. If it's still there.
Goodbye to you for now, Kate.
Just our luck that when we need Seeker the most, she disappears.
I still don't understand why the ritual failed.
Let's just find the hut.
Things look better here. Helen is working out.
Banishers.
Good day. You look well, Mrs. Priest.
We struggle on. But yes, I feel better.
What can you tell me about a young woman by the name of Grace?
It seems you already know some of the story. It was a long time ago, but I'll do my best to fill in the gaps.
What happened to her?
As I heard it told, one day Grace just wasn't there anymore.
How was their relationship?
I believe it was stormy, as you'd expect between a commander and his disobedient daughter. I do think he loved her, but as far as anyone ever saw, he never shed a single tear for her.
Later, after he exiled her, did the captain try to find his daughter?
Not to my knowledge. He did not set off in search of her, nor did he send men. At the time, I thought it strange. Still do. I'll never understand how a man could reject his only daughter. And that, my inquisitive Banisher friends, is all I know about the matter.
I've mail for the fort. The messenger didn't make it, but I'm glad to make his delivery for him.
Mail? From who?
I don't know. Family? Friends? They seem to come from outside New Eden.
Ah, from before. They could be good for morale, or they could ruin it. Well, thank you.
Take care of yourself, Helen.
I will. No one else seems to want to.
I believe Daniel Keene has...
You did it, didn't you, you mutton-faced old hag? You damned well upped and did it. Oh!
Good day to you, Mr. Keene.
Likewise, sir. What brings you this way?
Everything all right?
All right. No. Mind you, things are better than they were. Thick skin was... well, she could be sharp. Not everyone liked that.
Interesting. But not what I meant. The thing is, Mr. Keane, you're haunted.
Me? Who'd want to haunt me?
Daniel, where's your sister?
Edith? Huh. Funny. Now you mention her, I haven't seen her much of late. In fact, I haven't seen her at all. You can't think she's dead. She can't be. She just can't be.
If his sister is missing, why didn't he mention it?
How long has your sister been missing?
I don't know. Longer than she should. I hate them woods, I do. They're strange. Voices echo in the trees. Puts the woolies right up me. Please, sir, my sister may be in danger. Can you find her?
There better be something in it for us.
I can make no promises, Mr. Keane. I am sympathetic to your predicament.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Goodbye for now, Daniel.
Hurry. Find my sister, please.
Sense the ripple of a past conversation.
Look. A chest.
Well, open it, Job and all.
Is it a map? Could it be a treasure map?
Let me see. Give it here.
So, a treasure map.
He knew but didn't tell us. That's suspicious.
Your crop is meagre, but it's growing.
Pray it stays that way, for what little grain we have is rotten. What news of my sister?
You found a map, I believe.
Map? What map?
A map. In a chest, you dug it up. With your sister. That map.
Oh, yes, that map. How do you know about that?
I'm a banisher. I dig up secrets. Part of the job.
I'm impressed. And I admit a little bit vexed.
Where did the map lead?
I don't know. Up into the hills, out into the woods, across the bridge on the Boston Road. I can't say where exactly.
Goodbye for now, Daniel.
I ain't going nowhere.
The bridge on the Boston Road.
There'll be a waterfall somewhere not far away.
I used to count my wolf kills on one hand. Bloody! More fun.
Symbols. The hut may be near. I sense magic. Could Seeker be here?
this on!
This can't be a coincidence. Could Grace be Seeker? Dusty. Seeker hasn't been here for a long time.
Anyone home? Quite the fall from grace.
That's not funny, and neither is this.
Aye, fair enough. Fine wardrobe for a youngster.
They're rags.
And they won't help us find her. Aye.
More demonology. Unusual for a witch. These two schools of magic don't usually see eye to eye. Perhaps Lammy could help us with the spell.
Deborah knew about this place.
Focus on the matter at hand, Red.
I am.
Seeker drew this. Now we know. She's in the mountains. There's a ritual of dissimulation, and we need the catalyst. The circle powers the door, but I don't know the symbol. I don't know it, but I think Lammy might. We did well to come here. Now we know where she's hiding. Soon we'll be able to use the pond. All we need is the key to the dissimulation spell, and Lammy Haskell will help us with that.
Ah, sure.
Whatever it is, out with it.
Oh, now what I say is worth listening to.
Only when it doesn't slow us down.
You're in an awful hurry. We need to get this right. We cannot afford to fail.
We won't fail if you stop dragging your feet. No governor, no meeting house. And it seems, no faith.
We need to make amends and think about the end of this. Well, ho there! What a pleasant surprise. I was fair and sure that I'd never see you again.
Where are you off to?
Far away, God willing. Build bridges, say the wise, that people may better understand each other. Build a jetty, say I, so that a ship may come and we can leave. New Eden is a fascinating study for you and I. But for ordinary folk, it is, as I've heard it put, a shite hole.
Leaving sounds right to me, if these people learn from their mistakes.
They repent, Mistress Duarte. A new start elsewhere, away from the place in which they sinned, will do them good.
Spoken like a leader.
I fear, however, that not everyone shall listen. I fear what shall befall them if they stay behind.
We overheard you. What are you working on?
I, to my horror, am working on a speech. It's terrible. I don't even know where to start.
I'd speak of past mistakes, and how they show you the way to a better future.
That might just work. Thank you!
Are things that bad?
Tell the truth, I don't rightly know. They don't trust me. They tell me nothing, and when they do, they're probably lying. And without the wards, well, I fear things will get worse before they get better. In fact, they already have. Spectres walk, and we are in need of a banisher, or two. If you can bring people peace, well, I doubt they'll be grateful, but perhaps they should have the strength to believe in a brighter future.
We've helped where we could.
Thank you. Truly. Here's to better days. Perhaps you'd have time to help me with my speech. 'Tis almost written. I need an ending, a high note on which to finish. I was thinking of talking about you. Would you permit it?
People don't always trust Banishers. Perhaps speak of courage, the spark of fire in their souls.
That could work, yes. With the added spice of your profound wisdom, I have faith that this speech will bring much succour to the company. Oh, what remains of it?
We found a page ripped from a book. Here, do you recognise it?
Let me see. Is this from the Trismegistus riddles? Yes, it seems to be. Why would you bring me one mildewed page from an amusing but harmless little book?
Why would you fail to disclose that you'd given another ritual to another friend?
It was a long time ago. I said after Caleb I'd distribute no more rituals, and that's what I've done. Not done.
We know. But we're looking for Grace Pennington now, and we were hoping you'd help us find her.
Who?
Really, boy?
Oh, I'm sorry, Mistress Antea. You said Grace's name, and it is my reflex to protect her.
When was the last time you saw Grace Pennington?
It had to be a few days after I brought her the cloaking ritual. When I returned to visit, the hut had disappeared. Which makes sense now that I think of it.
That's it? You never again tried to find your best friend, your only friend.
Well, you see, some weeks later, the first whispers of witchcraft started to fly about town. I kept my head down, and Grace was better off out of it. I was right. And I'm glad she escaped. Strange to think of her again after so long.
Ever heard of someone named Seeker?
Seeker? No. Sounds like a title, like my True Pursuer. This Seeker... Is she Grace? Is she alive? Do you know where she is?
We think she's Grace. We hope she's still alive. We're trying to find out.
We think she's hidden herself away behind your dissimulation spell.
Then you'll need to unravel it. Shouldn't be too difficult once you're armed with the salient facts.
How does the ritual work?
It creates illusions so effective that they deceive even the keenest eye. There are more effective cloaking spells, but the Trismegistus riddles do have a simple elegance.
The short version, please, ending with how we break it.
Yes, of course. To achieve that, all you need is the caster's full name and the symbol used to make fast the illusion.
Grace Pennington and a triangle pointing downwards.
Well then, now all you need is a simple counterspell from the same book and... Oh my.
What now?
I'm afraid I left my copy in the Araloo. In the void.
That's just great. Just great.
Yes, but in my defence, once you've retrieved the book, dispelling Grace's illusion will be like a walk in the park. Comparatively speaking.
Thank you for your help.
Could you tell Grace that I'm still her friend? I'd be glad to see her again.
Once we found her, we'll be glad to tell her. Come on then. Talk to me. Don't hold back.
You act as though all is well. As though I had not died. I'm dead. And I'm not all right. I'm not all right at all. But you pretend not to see it. That makes me angry. And it makes me sad.
I never wanted that.
I know. But it still felt that way. The incarnate is hidden away here. Stings bar the path. No time to lose.
couldn't talk about it.
Couldn't talk about what?
You accused me of pretending not to see that you're dead.
That's how I feel, Red. You have to accept it.
I couldn't face your death. I admit that. Your death left me desolate. I knew in my heart that it should have been me. Then you came back. I snatched at the chance to undo what'd been done. I don't wish to deny your pain. No. I've just tried to deal with mine.
Wow. That's... I hadn't thought of it that way. Thank you for your honesty.
There's more of them.
We need to look for somewhere to cross.
This looks like Lami's stuff. Only more scattered.
Even with the void shifting, the book should be around here somewhere.
Got it. That seemed a little too easy.
We have the symbol we need. Let's go back to the mountain and find her hiding place.
Did you hear that?
First things first, Red.
Where'd you go, you wee bastard?
Move it!
Bending the rules, are we? You wee shite, aren't you? This isn't going well.
Going to attack.
Did we miss a few?
devil take! Back down to hell!
This is it. Seeker is behind this wall. Let the veil of unknowing be lifted. Let us see through the eyes of Grace Pennington.
Ceridian?
You're surprisingly slow, even for a Banisher. You're late. Or early.
At last we find you.
Missed me that much, did you? You could have hurried. You always think you have more time. And suddenly, you don't.
It wasn't in vain. We have come far and learned much.
I hope so. But don't think you have it all figured out. You're still Banishers, after all.
We are indeed, Grace.
So, you know.
You knew Deborah. Did you also know what happened to her?
I knew, but not until months after the fact. I was living alone in the woods when it happened. Deborah was Grace's teacher. She encouraged her to be herself, to become who I am now. They did not know one another, but without Deborah, I'd have never met Ceridian. And with Ceridian, my entire life changed. Deborah suffered terribly, and the fate she met was exactly the fate I fled. I accept it now. I accept it all. Ceridian has left a hollow, and I am called to fill it. I accept. I am ready for my role in this world. Are you ready for yours?
The time has come for us to go back to New Eden and face the nightmare.
Yes. Balance must be restored. You must face your fate and end the curse.
Ceridian said the only way back was through the void. But the pond seems broken. We need your help.
Of course you do.
We're listening.
Remember Ceridian's words. If you were to defeat the nightmare, your hearts must be open to each other. No barriers. Your bond must be strong.
We've never been stronger.
This void breach is not like the others. This one leaks. This one sits at the rotten core of the entire region. You must leave whatever still burns in your hearts at the threshold. If you don't, the void will kill you.
Do you know where in New Eden Town the void shall lead us?
The trick is to focus on your happiest memories and let them take you there. At least that's how it's always worked for me.
We'll try.
And when at last you succeed, I too shall return to New Eden Town. I shall see you there.
And with that, we'll take our leave.
Bring peace to this troubled land and your troubled hearts, my friends. I know it's not easy to hear, especially when it's me saying it.
On the contrary.
Thank you, Seeker. We'll do our best.
Welcome back.
Goodbye.
We'll meet.
I like your new place a lot better than the old one.
I was a different person then.
What's that?
That is not your concern.
She's the custodian now. May she have all the wisdom of her mentor, and more.
I wish I'd have the wisdom of mine.
You're not as stupid as you sound. You'll be fine.